this video is gonna offend some people for sure. The average person is a dumbass. Like, I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. My opinion on this subject is very strong. I think a lot of people will disagree, but that is the point of the video. Basically, if you agree with it, you're in a higher echelon of the population. Now, I don't say this to be rude or anything. It's just how it is. It's just how it turns out. The average person has no knowledge on health, on fitness, that's mainly it. But those are the two most important things in life. Some of you guys might say, this is coming from a fitness guy, that's his whole thing. And sure it is. But that is the whole reason. I don't believe I know, but you can think that I believe that your health is the most important thing in your life. Your life quality is based on how you feel, how you enjoy your life. And if you don't enjoy your life, then it's not really worth it, is it? If you spend your time doing things that, sure, they feel enjoyable in the moment, but later they just, it fucks you over. It means that your life quality overall will be worse. You'll spend more days where you did not enjoy your life than where you did enjoy it. And the average person does not know this, does not know anything about what I'm talking about. How do you get to, because I'm 18 and I know this shit, how do you get to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and you still don't realize this shit? That's why old people are so health conscious, like 70, 80. Most old people, unless they still smoke or drink or anything like that, or have bad diet, most old people have a better grasp on health than young people. And this is really bad because it means that people only seem to realize the cruciality, the necessity, the absolute just need for health when you're young. Because those old people did not have healthy habits when they were young. And that is why when they're old, they're trying to rectify that. They're trying to reverse all the damage that they've done, but they can't. And that's the fact. And it's baffling to me that so many people my age and older are oblivious to this complete, just the most important thing in everyone's life. And I wish people would just lock in more, just become more aware of the necessity that they have of taking care of their health when they're young. You can start at 30 and reverse most of the damage that you've done if you had bad habits up until then. But after that point, you're screwed, you're fucked. I was talking about this with my friend. When walking around, you notice that the majority of people are not attractive. It sounds judgmental, but it's true. It's not hard to be above average. The majority of people are probably not happy because of this. That when you're attractive, it's a known fact. Your life is better, and when you're attractive, also you feel better. So because your health is better. Attractive just means healthy. So if you're healthy, you're attractive, you feel better, your life is better. It makes sense. Your social life is better. Your everything is better. So the majority of people are just in a state where it's kind of shameful. It's pitiful. And that's why it's not hard to be above average. So I urge everyone to lock the fuck in. And okay, sometimes it's not people's fault. They've been fed misinformation their whole lives. If you live in, any country, every single country, they either have misinformation or they have a lack of information. One of those two things, both very harmful for health. The fact that most people don't realize this until it's too late is sad. It's really sad. Um, I wish more people would be aware. But that the fact of life is that not everyone is going to have the same opinions as me, even though those opinions may be fact. Yeah, only time will tell. Then later, when we're all in our 70s, we'll see who agrees. If you try even a little bit, you will be so far above average. It's not even funny. Like, it's almost like average people actively try to be in the worst shape possible and below average. But even average people, they just, they're going out of their way to do bad habits instead of good habits. And they just don't care. Ignorance is bliss. That's why they choose not to think about it so that they don't have to do the hard work now. And what I'm telling you is that it's not that hard. The hard work is not that hard. It does become harder when you have more responsibilities. I'll give them that. When you have chores to do, maybe you have a pet, maybe you have a kid, you have a lot to take care of. It can be hard, but yeah, and you have a full-time job. It can be hard, but you need to prioritize your health and your sleep and just everything that will make your life better, that will prolong your life and prolong your life in the best way possible. Because you don't want to live a long life that's just full of suffering. Some people, they can live long while still doing bad habits. I know one of my relatives was like that. He lived to 100, over 100. And he smoked. But you know, the thing is, he became he did like triathlons and Ironman competitions in his 70s and 80s. So yeah, there's that. But that kind of just disproves my point, but that's a very rare case. Not many people can do that. People should be able to live past 100 pretty easily, but because of our fucked up habits, and also our environment is shit. We have microplastics everywhere. Avoid them at all costs, by the way. Microplastics everywhere. We have some shit in the tap water that makes your teeth better, but in return, it also lowers your testosterone. It's not good for hormone health. It's fluoride, by the way. Also in our toothpaste, we brush our teeth twice a day. So there's that. And don't get me started, even the microplastics from the toothbrushes, the toothbrush heads, they're made of plastic. Of course there's going to be microplastics rubbing off on your teeth and you swallow them every day. So it's just, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of environmental factors, but even so, people don't know about this. People just ignore shit. They don't even... Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I think I've said what I needed to say. Yeah. If you do not follow this advice, you will regret it in the future. See yous.